Believe it or not, I was a good girl once. Went to Sunday school, sang in the choir. I still sang to my kids. My dad walked out on my mom when I was 15. Mom had to work, so she was gone all the time. I was pretty much alone. Except she always sent my uncle over to watch me. He did it to me twice. My uncle. I couldn't stop it.
In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus taught us that the greatest commandment was to love God with all our heart, all our soul, and all our mind. And without pausing, he added that we are to love our neighbor as ourselves, and that this second commandment was just like the first, no less important. Love our neighbor as ourselves. Not always an easy thing to do. The good news is that Jesus gave us the perfect illustration of this. We all remember the story of the Samaritan who encountered the man along the road that had been beaten and robbed by thieves. Well, as the Samaritan demonstrates, loving our neighbor is more than just pity and tears, more than just kind compassion. Love, and here's the rub, love in its fullest sense requires us to take action. Think about this for a moment. The man who'd been beaten and robbed fell directly into the path where others were walking, and they were forced to make a choice. Do I take action and help this man, or do I step around and keep right on walking? Well, today, those people who've been lied to, like that mother, the young man, even people in your congregation, those who've been deceived and set upon by the modern-day thieves of the sex industry, they have been robbed of the blessing, the gift that God intended sex to be. Now they are directly in our path, and that means we have to make the same choice. What will we do?
I quit church. I quit school. I just quit. I met a guy. He told me he loved me and that he'd take care of me. But he just got me into drugs. That's when I started stripping. It's good money. But I hate it. I hate it. I hate those men that touch me, and I hate the ones that stare at me with those stupid blank eyes. Man, I'm so messed up. I drink way too much just to numb it all so I can go on now. Come on out. Especially for her. But how? How's God ever gonna forgive someone like me?
A biblical view of love should compel us to act. Our duty as Christians calls us to action. And our effectiveness in evangelism requires us to actively love even the unlovable. You see, this woman, along with so many others, God has placed them directly in our path. And there are things that each of us can do to help. If they come visit your church, what will you do? Will you step around? Or will you put love into action? We are the body of Christ. This is our battle. The good news is, we're not alone.